No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable.
Hey, what's up guys? It's all over Clover, and what I do is I take everything that is nerdy or geeky that we all love and I try to rework it and apply it to real life. And recently I've been seeing a lot of posts using this Socrates quote right here over stuff like Berserk and even other anime. And I wanted to talk about the pipeline between anime and chasing after a godlike physique. It seems like with the anime culture, there's two paths you can go down. You can go down the dark side, which is like wearing Cookie Monster sweatpants and getting a life-size pillow of your favorite anime girl, or you can get absolutely shredded and try to look like Goku. A positive example, look no further than Sam Solik, probably the most popular fitness influencer to arise in the last couple of years. He's got the Berserk curse mark hanging in front of him in like all of his shots as he's driving to the gym and talking about it.
You know, one thing that's definitely gonna hype you up to have a good lift, it's Berserk. And there's shows, there's movies, but your best bet is to just read it. And that's not me giving you advice, that's me giving me advice. I've only watched up until like the end of the movies and a little bit of that new animation, which is all 3D and jank. I know reading it's better. Yeah, but sometimes with that sort of shit, I like putting it off. Like, I like saving it for later. If you watch everything as soon as you get your hands on it, that just kind of seems like it's over like that. You know, it's fun to have stuff ahead of you in the future.
It's no secret that people that watch anime can be inspired to be an absolute beast. Now let's get back to that Socrates quote that basically inspired this entire video. It's a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. The reason why I think that quote has been getting so popular is just like our favorite anime characters. We as younger people, I don't know how old you are, I'm 24, we as younger people want to live up to our potential. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing that time is limited and I could either waste away my time and look back with a whole bunch of regrets, or I can hopefully plant some seeds, put some stones down, and build something, nurture something great with my life. And that's obviously much harder said than done, but I definitely want to see the potential of my body and just my existence in general. I'm talking a little bit more broad about my life and being successful, but I think having a strong, healthy body is part of that. Something I've been thinking about recently is if I were to have a family one day, I don't want to be 50 with a beer belly, feeling too tired to play with my kids. I want to be fit, active, and feel hopefully similar to how I feel now, but that's going to take a lot of work and a lot of preparation. And just like how Socrates stated, it would be a shame for me not to see the beauty and strength of my body at 50 and instead be lazy and incapable of doing things that I want to do in the future. Since we're talking about it, it'd be awesome if you would help this YouTube channel reach its potential by hitting subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and it'd be cool to help take all this nerdy stuff that we all love and turn it into useful life stuff for us to learn from. That's the goal. That's the mission. Come on. Come on. I also think that works of fiction are so compelling and so addicting for people like you and me because it's a story that's mapped out that we get to watch from the outside. We get to see character struggles and know that it'll work out somewhat in the end to a satisfying conclusion. Even if there's not necessarily a happy ending, we got to see a great story unfold. And in life, you don't really get to know what's coming next, and it's you making all of the decisions. So it's much harder, much more stressful. But just like these characters, you can live an awesome hero's journey. It might not be like becoming Hokage of your village, but it can hopefully be satisfying for something that you want to do. Going back to that dark side of watching anime, the Cookie Monster sweatpants anime pillow side, I think what can happen is you get so lost in the fantasy of another world that's awesome, where things are mapped out, where there's a satisfying hero's journey, and you just get to witness it and feel good because of it, that you stop going out and striving for your own goals and dreams and whatnot. To relate it back to something else equally as nerdy as anime, let's talk about video games. I can play Elden Ring and live in the most interesting fantasy world ever made, make a character that is exactly how I want it to be, and defeat literal gods. That's just so compelling, so addicting. The dopamine is literally going crazy that it's so easy to get lost and just spend an entire weekend in Elden Ring. But you're not really living your real life, which in the long run matters so much more. So I think there is a dark side to like these nerdy fictional worlds that we love so much, where you get so sucked in that like that matters so much that you forget that you have your own hero's journey, your own arcs, your own life to live that you need to develop and put some time into. And you don't want to be that old man that's looking back and realizing that you never lived up to your potential. I want to talk about some benefits of staying fit, keeping your muscles active so you can just do things and they don't deteriorate over time, which as you get older, the more dense your muscles are, that's just going to help you stay more stable. Also, working out, lifting weights has helped me with my posture, my stance, and even just general basic athletic ability. You work out a little bit, you find better balance. Strangely enough, I feel like I've become a better dancer because my body has just learned to work with itself in a good, positive way. Recently, I've been getting into cardio, which I've always hated for my entire life, which now I've flipped it in my head where I think cardio is really badass because I hate it so much, but I know I'm bettering myself and I'm pushing myself to do something that I don't naturally enjoy that much. And cardio is insanely important because as I've gotten older, I'm now 24 and I'm doing something active and I notice myself getting tired. The thought of, what if I could just do this for 30 minutes longer and not be tired? Well, just work on my cardio and then I can do anything. I can conquer the world. Put me up against anybody else. My endurance is stronger. Of course, that's not true. My endurance is not the best, but the goal of getting it stronger and becoming more athletic is just so enticing. It's crazy how once you start, you get pulled in. Also, there's just so many opportunities to hang out with friends where they want to do something active and you want to be able to participate. If you're out of shape and you haven't even attempted to run a mile in 3 years, how are you supposed to play a pick-up game of basketball or two-hand touch or something like that? The call of life is always there, and there's more opportunities if you take care of your body. So I think that you should do that. And with that, you'll get not just a beautiful and stronger body, but just existence. Another thing I'd like to put on your radar is this David Goggins clip. I think he kind of falls into a similar category. If you're getting these like self-improvement anime reels, you're probably getting some David Goggins clips too. This one just really emphasizes that you only have one life, and hopefully you'll want to be the best version of yourself by the end of it.
And my biggest fear, honestly, was, let's say this. Let's say I don't care if you believe in God or not. I don't care. So let's just play a game with me. Let's say you're God, and we have a big fucking long line of people. And I made it to heaven. I'm 75 years old. I'm 300 pounds. I made it to heaven. I worked for Ecolab my entire life, spraying for cockroaches. That's what I did. But I'm dead. I'm in heaven now. And you're judging us all now. So we're in line. We're all sitting there in line. You have Adam Brown. He has a big board up, and you're talking to Adam Brown about his life. And you rip it down, and I'm next in line, David Goggins. I see my name, and I see all this shit, and God goes, hey, you say, read this, man. And I'm reading this list, and I'm seeing 182 pounds, Navy SEAL, Ranger School, motivational speaker, changing lives, okay, man, pull up record, all this shit. And I'm like, that's not me, man. And God looks at me and says, that's who you were supposed to be.
One last thing I would like you to keep in mind is that people have said that life is struggling. The best stories of fiction and even real life are stories of struggle and perseverance and not giving up. Think about how your struggles in your life, how it seems like they suck, how they're world-ending, that they're just another chance for your story to be that much more impressive at the end if you just don't give up, don't quit, and keep pushing forward.